Hi, I hope you are having a fabulous day. I'm having the best morning. My daughter and I, and sometimes Kyle, we've been taking a walk every morning and every night in nature, and it's just such an incredible way to start the day and then close it with nature and feeling really in our bodies and just looking at the beauty and being so thankful for our lives and everything we are. And that's actually really pertinent to what I wanted to talk about today. So I went to the library the other day and I saw this book. It's called Rewilding the Land, the Sea, and Human Life. And I was so excited to check out this book. This was one of those things where I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to read that. And what I thought it was about rewilding ourselves and our lives, like bringing back nature into our lives and coming back to our natural selves. And I was just so jazzed to read this book. So it turns out the book is about something totally different. It doesn't have anything to do with that. Well, it does, but it's really about Canada and their efforts to rewild the land after some really harmful ecological initiatives and programs. So it's so interesting to me how much I projected onto that book what I needed to hear for myself, what I wanted to read about. That's my daughter. She's playing with her bunny. So it was such a big message to me that that's what I'm doing with my life. And I think maybe it'll resonate for other people too, that we've gotten so far away from nature and our natural natures. We can't help but be nature, really. But we have developed as our adaptation as a species this forebrain that sometimes really just takes over, and we forget to be in our bodies, to go by our gut instinct, and to even know that that's there. And that's a huge deal for me about raw food, in that it's really something that helps us clear out the things that are not natural for us, just physically, as far as the food we're eating. You get to clear out the toxins and the chemicals that our bodies are taking in that they don't know what to do with and are trying to store in different places and are making us unhealthy. Eating a raw food vegan diet allows us to really clear all that out and get back to our body's natural ability to heal itself, and also to tune into our natural guidance system, our gut system, our instinct. And that's what I thought this book was about. But it turns out that was just a message for me and how much I value and am really going for in my life that living by intuition. And our intuition is so right on and so wise. And if we can tune into that and live by that, it's incredible. And it really made me think also of some other ways that we've gotten way far out of whack, and we just think of it as normal. Like, food is the obvious one that I've already talked about, that we think that eating raw vegan or eating raw vegetables and fruits is like such a weird thing, right? So many people will go, oh my God, like that's such an extreme thing, right? And Alyssa Cohen says, I think eating the inside of a cow is a really extreme thing. And I just think there's some wisdom in that we could get back to really recognizing, like, okay, you pick something off a tree, it might actually be something that evolved with our species to nourish us. Just a thought. I find that to be true. I find that I feel so good when I eat those things that feel very much in alignment with my body and that my body asks for. And if I listen to my body and eat when it tells me to eat, hi sweetie, and drink when it tells me to drink, and move when it tells me to move, and play, and just be in tune with who I really am, that I feel my best that way. Products are another thing that we've just gotten so far off of what we really even need, and we think of like Windex and Comet and bleach as normal things to use in our home, when really you can do most things with vinegar and baking soda and some Dr. Bronner's. I even used Dr. Bronner's as toothpaste the other day, the baby kind, when I was traveling, which you can totally do. It's a little foamy, but it's not terrible, and really you can get by with just those things in your home and not add all the toxicity to your life that you don't need. All the chemical products are not needed. So I love just this idea of really getting back to nature in every way in my life. I've been working on that for years, detoxifying my home and my food and my personal care products. I use henna for my hair again, and I actually love it more than when I paid $160 a month to get my hair done. So those are just some thoughts from me today about rewilding, and this is actually an incredibly well-written and interesting book, and I'm really excited to read it. It just didn't happen to be on what I thought it was, but I'm really excited to get back to doing more of those things. One of those things too is to not use electricity at night, and I've done this for a long time, different periods. I have not been doing it lately, but when I go to bed when the sun goes down or close thereafter and don't use electricity or screens after the sun goes down, my body gets right into that rhythm of how we're naturally meant to live. And I have never felt that amazing in my life as when I'm eating raw, I'm exercising, I'm playing, I'm having so much fun. And that added step of not having, I want to say false light, I guess that's true, having electricity after dark just added so much to my life and how good I felt during that. So I'm actually going to be going back to that too. So thanks so much for listening, and have a fabulous day. Peace. Talk to you soon.